I've done that. And the reason they're in two separate piles is because these belong to bigger trees that I cut down, right? Which you'll get different resources from to what you'll get to the smaller trees that you cut down, the thinner trees, right? So now my login is increased to 60. I've locked it off because I'm not interested in what's at 90 yet. And I've got my carpentry level 0, which means I can then refine logs. And if I quit my saw, I can go over it and I can cut it up into planks and stuff like that. So let me equip my saw. And then if I go over to it, carpentry, you can see I can make billets, boards, and building logs. And then I can just lift it up as normal. Billets are smaller chunks of wood, and boards are, as you'd imagine, and building logs, which will become more apparent in a bit. But what we're going to do now is we're now going to concentrate on the next step that you need to be doing. And for this, all you need is your pickaxe. Right, and what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and do some prospecting. So, as you see here, because what we're interested in doing, terraforming. What we're interested in doing is getting this up to level 60 so we can start moving up this tree. Right, so at level 30 you can make clay objects. At level 60 you can shape rock into different stone objects, right, which is really important. Level 90 not important, level 100 not implemented yet. So yet again I'll be locking this off at 60. And level 0 on this, you can pave roads, repair removable objects, and you can make basic wooden objects at level 30, and level 60 you can make basic stone and brick objects and advanced wooden constructions. This one is something that you may want to go into for a little bit later, apart from level 100 is not implemented, so you could stop at level 90. So what we're going to go and do is I'm going to go to the area, right, I'm going to do a little bit so I can get to the level 60 and then I'll be back. So I've collected some rock by digging down, right, so you just basically go to terraforming, dig tunnel down into the rock, and what will happen is you'll start to get this stuff, and this is what you need to get on to the next step. I was also lucky and I got some iron, which I wasn't expecting. So what you do is you right click on your axe, construction material preparation, which as you can see is this one here, shape, and then shaped rock. And then all you do is just drop your rocks in there and then click craft and sit back and watch. And you'll see your skill going up. Now it doesn't go up a great deal, but it goes up. So you will have to do this a few times, I'm afraid. And then just grab your stuff, add it all together. As you can see, I'm over encumbered at the moment, but we'll sort that out in a second. Because what I can do is I can go over to it when I get my buttons right, go over to where my logs are, and pick something I don't need. So I don't need my knife at the moment, right? However, you can craft stuff with this. I don't need a handle at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll drop this on the floor. And what it'll do, it'll leave a little bag there. Now that little bag is persistent, it'll stop there. I've not had one despawn on me yet, so I think you're pretty safe there. And then what you can do is just drag all the stuff out of there that you don't need for the time being. When my mouse decides to work. Now as you see, you can't put iron in there at all. Whoops. See, it just won't go. We don't need the sickle, and we don't need the fishing rod. When I can find out what we'll pick it up. There we go. We don't need the spade, and everything else will keep on us. Right, with the iron, if you do accidentally pick up any iron, right, the best thing to do is move on to another area and find an area that's just rock that you're picking up. So now we're not over encumbered. I'll go back and I'll carry on doing that, and as you see, I'm now level 19. Like I say, we want level 60. At level 30 you can make some basic clay objects, right, and we'll come to that in a second. But like I say, we basically want to be doing this a couple of times, getting that up to level 60, which will then unlock level 0 on this. So I will be back in a bit, guys. Right, guys, welcome back, and as you will see, I've now hit level 60 on that, on the construction material preparation. So that unlocks the next one, which is construction. So you can do paved roads and repair removable objects. Doesn't sound that interesting, but what that in turn has done has unlocked, if we go to construction material preparation, click create, furnace, big cauldron, quern, kiln, potter's wheel, tiny shack and plastered tiny shack. So we're going to build a plaster tiny shack, and the reason is I think it looks a lot better and I think it's a lot easier to build. So what we'll do is we'll go and build that. So create, build. Now there's our area that we set out before. So using the arrows, just move it onto that area. Now depending on which way you want it facing, just turn it around, and that's the way I want it facing. And let's just move it back a little bit. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. And then click build. Now it won't build the actual house, but what it'll do, it'll give you a foundation to build on. There we go. So as you see, we've got our foundation ready for our little house. And what we do is go to the construction materials preparation, create, and then that tells you what materials you need to build it. So we need 5 building logs and 150 clay. Now to get the building logs, we go to the wood that we collected before. Get rid of the pickaxe for the moment. And equip our saw. and you simply just go up to the log, click carpentry, saw building log, and you get the progress bar that fills up, and as you see, you've received 1 building log and carpentry's increased. Now you can only carry 2 building logs at a time, so it's pointless waiting for the 3rd one to finish. And then all you do is you click create, open up your inventory, and drag the 2 into this brown area here, and all it'll do is it'll just stay there until you're ready to build the actual whole building. So as you see, I couldn't produce any more out of that log. And these are the big trees that I cut down. No point in waiting for that 3rd one. So I need 1 more, and we're good with the building logs. So before the 2nd day's out, well, it's just getting light now. We've started on our house, our first little shack. So we've got everything we need now in that department. So we've got all 5 building logs. Now we need the clay. Now there's a trick when it comes to clay. If you open your mini-map, press tab, and then scroll all the way in, you see we're here. If you have a look and you see these little brown lines everywhere, that's clay. You can see them everywhere, right? So that's clay around the area. So we've got some just to the north of us, sort of northeast. So that's where we're going to head now. Just before we go there, we'll unequip this, and we need our pick for this, because it goes back to digging down. And it should be just over here somewhere. There it is, you can see it there. The brown, what looks like dirt, basically. It's a really light brown coloured dirt. And all you do to collect your clay is go up to it, terraforming, dig tunnel down, and you will collect clay. There we go, got 8 clay, right? So I'm going to collect what I need to collect, and then I will be back once we're at the house and we're ready to build it. Right, so we're back. We now have 176 in our inventory. Now if I click on that, same again, go to create, bring up my inventory, and then just drag the clay from there into my thing. Now we're ready to start building. So just click on build, progress bar will appear, and he'll do his thing. Right, so why didn't it build? Well, what you've got to do is you've got to do it a couple of times. I don't know whether that's intentional or something that's going to be changed, but click build again and it'll go through the rigmarole again. And there we go. We have our very first house. A nice little shack. Cozy, isn't it? Right. Now, if you go inside your shack and you click on the floor, you'll see set as my home. Right? And then claim and unclaim. If you set as my home, I've successfully bound to that house. So nobody else can move in here now. Right? And then authority, claim. And what he'll do is he'll pray to Almighty God, the great divine, and then he'll claim that house, and you get a 12-hour timer on it, and I think it's protected for that time. I'm unsure about that though. Is it 12? Yeah, 12 hours. So there we go. We have our first house, guys. So literally it's took us a day to get this far. Like I say, it certainly isn't Minecraft. Now, I'm hoping that this video has helped you. Like, I had to struggle through and I had to find out everything for myself, and I had to learn everything for myself over a 12-hour stream last night. And like I say, because of all the questions, I decided to do this, and I hope this video has helped you. I'm in the process of recording a second video now, so there's going to be one back to back. This one showed you how to get started and a few things about your skills and your skill trees, and how to get the few resources that you need to get your first house up and running. The next one will be all about food, and we'll also craft some other items that are good to get started with. So, hopefully I've helped you out. Hopefully it's made life a little bit easier for you. If it has, guys, don't forget to press that follow button, and also subscribe to my channel. Press the like button. It'd be much appreciated, it really would. So until next time, guys, it's White Tiger Fist. Peace out.